Hello, welcome to another interesting topic about Tableau, which is level of detail expressions. Now, LODs, as we call them, are very powerful. They allow you to independently specify the level of detail of your calculation. Now, there are three types of LODs. We have got fixed, include, and exclude. Most people might be familiar with fixed, but in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to calculate those three. But before we even get to that, I think it is very fundamental or very important for you to understand how Tableau does calculations. So there are two types of calculations. We have got raw level calculations or raw level expressions and aggregate expressions. So let's go to Tableau, explain what it does, and then we can go to LODs. All right, so I have my global superstore selected with orders on the canvas, and if I go on sheet number one, I want to put subcategory on the rows, and I want to create two calculations. So profit margin one. So this one is a raw level expression. All right, so what I want to do is I want to do profit divided by sales. Perfect. So this calculates the profit per each row in the data source, and the sales per each row per data source then gives you the result. So I'm going to apply it and drag it right here and change it to text. Perfect. And if you see, I will just go back one more time so that you can see. So profit margin, when I drag it to the calculation, I can show you this way. Then profit margin, when I drag it to the view, Tableau automatically sums it up. Tableau aggregates it up. My calculation was not aggregated. It was just profit and sales. But now Tableau aggregates it to a sum. Now this becomes an aggregate. Now there are different types of aggregates. Let me show you one thing here. I'm going to close this one. I'll come back to this one. So let's say I have category and sales, right? If I come here, by default, Tableau aggregates to a sum, which is just an addition. But there are different types of aggregations that are out there. There is average, there's median, count distinct, mean, max, percentile. You have 5% up to 95% or you can toggle it the way you want it. You've got the standard deviation, you've got the variance. Those are aggregations that are out there. So by default, Tableau goes to sum, but you can toggle to average. You can toggle to count distinct. Let's say I want to see count distinct of orders that were ordered per each and every what do you call it? Per each and every category. Then you can do your count distinct right here, and I can put it actually on text. Then you can see those count distinct order IDs. Actually, I'm looking at unique order IDs per each and every categories. Then there's also attribute, which is a topic on its own. But anyway, this is those are the aggregates. So back to our sheet. So this is now aggregate to a profit margin, but it's showing raw level calculations. So if I go back again to a text, and now I want to create a new calculation, also profit margin 2. And this one will be an aggregate calculation. Aggregate calc. And now I'm going to sum everything, sum profit divided by sum sales. All right, apply, and I want to just put it on text, and now measure values on text and measure names on columns. Perfect. Then I will just want to take these ones out. We don't need this one. We don't need these three. Perfect. Take this one out and out. Perfect. Right. So these are two calculations, number one and number two. Another one is a sum, another one is an aggregate. Why? It's because on how we are calculating. The first one, this one, is being calculated on a raw level basis. So it depends now how you want to visualize the results. Do you want to calculate on a specific raw or in aggregate terms? All right, so you can see right here, um, if I do totals, actually, these are percentages anyway. Um, so you can see that the raw level one is higher than the aggregate one. What basically we are doing here is simple. Let's say I have an Excel file like this one, product A to J, our sales, and our profit. So what raw level is doing is calculating profit, which is 300 in our case, divided by sales for each and every row, and I can drag it all the way to the end. So then it is gonna it's being summed at the end. That's our raw level calculation. What's doing now? Our aggregate AGG, we sum first, sales and profit. We sum it, so then we do our division. So we say profit divided by sales. So this is which is 6. This is 5.99, and this is 0.611. That's the difference that we are getting because of the level of detail which we are calculating at. Now, I think this leads us nicely into level of detail calculations or level of detail expressions. Now, with level of detail expressions, like I said before, you are able then to compute your calculations depending on which level of you can choose your calculation to be based on any level that you want. So I said we have fixed, include, and exclude. I will show you how to do fixed. So for a fixed level of detail, one of the use case of a fixed level of detail is when you're calculating percent of total. So let's say I am looking at, I'll do country, and I want to just look at United States. Perfect. Apply. Then I want to see state. Add all members in America. Then I want to look at sales and solid. Right. So I'm seeing sales per each and every state in America. But now I want to see this country, the country's total sales. So I'll create a calculation. I've already created it somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, country sales. So what you do here is you create a fixed level of detail calculation. So you say fixed, then the dimension that you want to specify country, semicolons, then you always aggregate it, sum sales, then you close your curly brackets. Perfect. So apply, and now I want to drag it to the view, and I'm going to show measure names right here, measure values, and take out these two, and take out all these, we don't need them. Perfect. All right. So now I'm seeing California sales against the state the country sales. So this is the same because they are all United States. So they are or the total per each and every state is this, and this is for the country. Now, what if I want to see the percent of North Dakota towards the national sales? So that's where the state percent of total comes in. That's where we need to also to now make those calculations. Now I'm just going to do sales, which is this number, divided by this number. Apply it. I have already created it, so I'll just drop it right here. And now I have to format it as a percentage. Now I can see that California is contributing 19.92% towards national sales. Maine is contributing 0.06% towards national sales. So this calculation is only feasible when you are using when you, of course, you can, there might be workarounds, yeah, but this is where level of detail comes in, and there's a ton of things that you can do with the level of detail expressions. For example, you can you calculate daily profit KPIs. You can narrow down your calculation to a day. You can do code analysis. You can do customer order frequency. You can do new customer acquisition calculations. You can calculate sales per each and every dimension that you want. For example, let's say here, you can calculate sales per all these dimensions using a fixed level detail calculation. All right, let's move on to the next part. So that was a fixed level of detail. Now let's look at the include. All right. Let's say we have subcategory and sales. So these are total sales per each and every subcategory. And what if we want to see the actual, or maybe the average sales per customer in these categories? All right, so in that case, we're gonna use include. So I have already done the calculation. So it's include customer name, sum of sales. Or let me just repeat it one more time here. You type include the dimension that you want to include, customer name, sum of sales. Sum sales, then you close it. Sales per customer. So I'm going to drag it. Let me create a bar chart here for easy analysis. All right, so I'm going to drag this one and put it on the right. So this is still giving me sum per customer, but I want to see average. So when I go to measure and average, now, so for the accessory subcategory, I have sales of 749,237, but the average sale per customer in that category is 968. So that you can use an include calculation to specify the dimension that you want to, the granularity that you want to see the results at. Again, I can do, let's say I have maybe region. So I'm going to do create a calculation. Another way, while it's right here, another way to do that is to click the dimension that you want, region, and I want to see average sales per region. Then I would right click, create LOD calculation. It will give me a fixed one, but I will just do include here. All right. Sales, I want to do sales per region, and we want to choose an aggregation to use per region. And then I'm going to drag it right here. This is now looking at the region, and I'm going to change to see, let me look at minimum sales per each region per accessory per subcategory. 40,000, 4,000, then 849. So that's basically how you use include. And now I'm going to use exclude. For exclude, I've already created this chart which shows the region, sales, and month of order date. But suppose I want to exclude region. I have it in the view, but I want to exclude it in the calculation, in the results. So I'm going to do exclude region. So again, curly brackets, exclude region, then some cells or measure that you're working with. Some cells, then you close it. All right. Exclude region, some cells. All right. So you can do some. So the result that you're seeing are showing the results I can actually put this one. Actually, where is it? Edit. Yeah, that's the one. I can put this one on color, and I'm now seeing the results on some of sales per region, but without the region is not being used in the computation, though it's in the view, but it's no longer used in the results. And for include it, we used average sales per customer name was not included in the view, but we called it and it was used. So for include, we can use other dimensions that are not in the view. For exclude, we use dimensions in the view and exclude it on the results. I hope it makes sense. All right. So another thing that I want to show is, let's say I have this calculation, or rather, I'll just right click order date and do mean order date right here. So it's gonna give me this date 1/1/21. This is the lowest or the earliest date in our data source that an order date was done, 1/1/2011. So I can change this one to a max. Then it will show me the maximum date for the order date, which is 12/31/2014. So yes, there are some points where you need to know the mean order date. Let's say I have subcategory furniture of supplies and technology. Actually, I can present it better like this and this. All right, and drop it right here. Let me see. Yeah, it's telling me. All right. Just for our reference sake, furniture, the maximum order is 12/31. Same thing for supplies, same thing for this. And there you go. And if I do mean, same thing it will tell you. And if you look at our data set and you go on order date, we start in 2011. And if you scroll down or drill down rather, you come to January 1, as we have seen. And if we really go all the way, we go to 2014, December 31. So those are what mean and max function do. All right, that's that for LOD functions or LOD expressions, and see you to the next session of the course.